Welcome to Think Enriched. And might I say, girl, you are looking fabulous. Hey, welcome to Think Enriched. I'm your host, Amy Robles, and I know it's been a minute since I've been here. I know. I feel like I went back to college, just studying, learning, digging up, absorbing every ounce of every single thing that I have and the right message and the right connection with you. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more, but right now I want to tell you the show has changed. New format, new process. We've got interviews coming up. We've got a lot of different elements. And what I noticed with the first format is I felt like I was kind of trapped. I was kind of just stuck in that place. Have you ever been just boxed in? There's so much more of life that happens besides just the bank account. And so I really wanted to find the right way to share the message to really get that going. So let's jump right in. Get that in your purse. I know. I just saw you moving a little bit to that intro. It's so much fun. This section, get that in your purse. Sometimes, it seems like every woman has that. It's almost like her Mary Poppins bag. The things you can find in a woman's purse are absolutely amazing. It's like your magic kit to handle the world, whether it's a boo-boo on your arm or somebody lost a button or some serious incident going on. Incredible what you can find in a woman's purse. This section, get that in your purse, are these tools, these apps, these different options that can just help you be that superwoman that you are. And today's app, I'm really excited about it. I just found out a little bit ago. It's called Honey App. Just like that delicious honey you put in your tea or on your peanut butter sandwich. Honey App. And you can find that at joinhoney.com. What's amazing is it's a Chrome extension. So when you're sitting down at your computer and you're doing your online shopping, especially for the holidays, you're going through and you sign and you just are doing your shopping. You find something on this website and then you find something on Amazon and then you find something on the Target site. At the end, you put all of those things in your cart and then you go to checkout. The Honey app will automatically search through all of the online coupons, clearance, one-of-a-kind deal, and sometimes it'll save you an extra 10%. Sometimes it'll save you an extra 25%. I've only had it a few weeks now, and I've already seen it be paying off. So go to joinhoney.com. I'll have a link for that in the show notes. And girl, get that in your purse. Speak the lingo. That speak the lingo, that just makes me laugh so hard. When you get around attorneys, they just start talking their own language. When you get around moms who have been around kids all day long, they kind of speak their own language and they're just like talking their own thing. As a woman, as a leader, you need to understand how to speak the lingo. You need to speak the language of leadership as you're sharing with others and really making a difference. And so for each episode, we're going to go through one word, one term that is used a lot in leadership, how it affects you, how you can use this word, and how you can use this in a manner that really impacts the people around you. Today, we're going to start with the letter A. The word is attitude. I know the first thing you think of when you hear the word attitude is a teenager with hair over one eye, and they're into dark colors, and they're into everything dark, right? They have an attitude. And I think a lot of times we use this word so negatively that we forget the positive. So I looked this up in Merriam-Webster's dictionary. I'll have a link in the show notes. And the definition the definition that really stood out to me was a mental position with regard to a fact or a state. An example of this is a helpful attitude or a feeling or emotion toward a fact or state. So sometimes you've got a lot going on and you're just really feeling overwhelmed. You've got so many things to take care of. I know, I've been there, and it's frustrating and it's hard. And sometimes you just have to step back and say, one nice breath and think, I need to change my attitude. You're not listening to yourself. You're telling yourself. You are internally thinking about, this is how I need to think more clearly. It sounds crazy that you need to talk to yourself and actually make your mind be working for you. You, as a leader, your attitude, your perspective, your mental position, the feeling, the emotion you have to that one thing affects everyone around you. So, as a woman, as a leader, it is very important that we look at that. We look at the situation, we go through that self-talk, whatever the word is, whatever the thing is you need to say to cue yourself that, you know what? Time for an attitude change. I'm going to focus on the things that need to be done right now and really make a positive impact. Today's lingo, attitude.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Habits of excellence. This next portion of the show, the habits of excellence, is a philosophy that I learned over 20 years ago, serving as a missionary for my church, serving and actually working on specific areas of my life that I wanted to improve. Our leader, our president, just never gave us specific mission rules. There were never specific, you needed to do this, you needed to do this, you needed to do this. Now, we had a framework. We knew what we needed to do. We knew the boundaries and what was absolutely expected of us. But the way he taught us was, instead of looking at the rules, you are creating habits of excellence. That has completely changed the way I look at my entire life. If you create the right habits, you are setting yourself up for incredible success over time. In this portion of the show, every time you hear a habit of excellence, we're going to talk about one thing that can make a significant impact on your life. Now, at the time, it may seem like a little tiny thing, but it really will have an overwhelming impact on your life. For example, today, the habit of excellence I've been focusing on lately has been going to bed 15 minutes earlier. I know, it's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. But in those 15 minutes, I'm either reading a book or I am just chilling out. No phone in my hand, no other thing, no making a list. If there are a couple of things that you need to do, that you need to just get down on paper before you go to bed, do that, if that works for you. But for me, that doesn't. It just gets me more wound up about all of the different things I need to do. The 15 minutes earlier you go to bed, you're laying there just to relax. You are letting your mind just unwind. It's just like that Harry Potter tool. You are laying down and letting everything of the day kind of wash out of your thoughts. You're creating a new focus for tomorrow. Now, I've noticed that I'm already sleeping better. I'm using an app to monitor how my sleep has been going on, and I'm hitting the deep level of sleep faster. And the only thing that has changed is those last 15 minutes, I just have no phone. I have calmness. Sometimes I read and I only read 2 or 3 pages, but then just relaxing before I tune out. Try it and let me know how that works for you. And that is your habit of excellence. All right, let's talk for real. I know it's been a few months since I've done an episode, and I've really struggled trying to figure out the right way to do this. I was not happy talking about finances all the time, and it seemed like people were turning to me asking more questions about finances than I felt qualified to really answer. And I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here trying to help you figure out which percentage rates and compare and that sort of thing. I think people like to really talk about finances because it's math, it's numbers, and it's right or wrong. It's a good balanced checkbook or a hot stinking mess. There's no middle ground. And more of life happens than just the math. And so I felt really, really stuck. And I couldn't figure out what it was and what I was missing. And I found a new mastermind group that is really helping me understand. And I've really dug in, and they've pushed me to the limits several times. And I've cried about so much emotion and so much passion about what I feel and how I can help the world. And what I realized is I understand the importance, and I get so worked up about it. I think my husband's about sick of hearing this. I get so worked up about housewives, women that are home supporting the family, holding things together, are this hidden pillar of society, holding everything together in the community. It's crazy. I just see how much volunteer work they're doing, how much they're giving, how much they are filling in the cracks and taking care of others. And I know that once you understand as a housewife, as a stay-at-home mom, as a woman working full-time and still taking care of those around you, that once you understand your value, what you give to the world, once you understand how much you have and how valuable your skills are, the things change. The world around you changes. People understand and appreciate that, and you step up and become a leader. There's a Chinese proverb that says, "When sleeping women wake, mountains move." And I cannot get that phrase out of my life. Everywhere I turn, it's like I'm seeing it. It's just like when you buy a new car and you see that same car in the exact same color with the exact same features you got on the freeway and then in your neighborhood and then down the street, and you never saw those before. I kept coming back to this phrase over and over again. And so the whole purpose of this is really focused on you, the woman at home, holding it together. You are the heart of the home. You are the glue of society. You are the one filling in the gaps and helping so many people. And once you understand that, and once you start understanding your gifts and talents and appreciating and loving and just relishing in all the good you have to give to the world, it's incredible how much we can do. How much you can do individually, how much I can do individually, how much we can do together. And so I understand my role, my whole purpose is to build up these women, to help them find and design and create the exact enriched life that they want to live. So if your whole purpose is in healing and helping others, there is a way to create your life and take care of your family and take care of mom and dad and do all of those other things you need to do and still find time to give to that. Because once you're fulfilling your talents and maximizing that, you're doing things that I cannot do, that are just completely out of my realm. And another woman and another woman and another woman. And that's the whole purpose. And so the show is now more about you, that woman, enriching your thoughts, talking to yourself, making sure that you understand and have that clarity. And if I'm doing my job right, then I am helping you every step along the way. I'm so passionate about this. I'm so focused on this. I am so completely entrenched in it that I find myself just sitting down and talking with women. And after 15 minutes, just their whole perspective has changed. And I've started coaching clients, working with them, finding out and getting back to that zest for life. We have that in us, but taking care of others just can suck the life out of you so much. The trick is to find the balance where you're doing something you enjoy and you love and it lights you up. And all you can do is find another way to do 20 more minutes of that thing, 20 more minutes here, 20 more minutes there, and we're going to really make a significant impact on the world. Through this entire process, I've got exercises created, I've got notes, I've got a whole program that is focused on each woman digging down, finding that thing, and creating time to actually go ahead and do that. This program is called Enriched Woman 90. We're starting in January. I have only a limited space of 15 clients. And this is very, very limited. The reason I'm doing that is because girl, if you don't make sure that you have time to give to your family, time to give to the community, time to give in all of those other capacities of life, you will not feel whole. This is the maximum that I can do. We're going to have individual coaching sessions talking about going through exercises, really finding out, doing that inner work. We're also going to meet every other week with the group. And we'll be talking, supporting one another, reaching out, really building up and helping each other design your enriched life. We're going to work on time management. We're going to help you ask for not only what you need, but what you want. And helping you set those healthy boundaries so you have time to take care of yourself and still take care of those around you. I am so excited about this course. It's amazing to see how all of this process I've gone through, making a podcast, creating it, and it just wasn't right, and then doing something else a little bit different, then doing something else, and just building layer upon layer upon layer. And how I have gone through this growth process, getting to the point where I am ready to help and teach you and show you, coach you through this major transition so you just love and appreciate and know what you're getting, know what you are designing in your own life. Go to thinkenrich.com/coach. I've written a complete explanation of all that we're going to go through. And there's an application. It's less than 10 questions. Fill out the application. I'll be contacting you, and you will be able to have as a bonus, a free 30-minute coaching call. You'll leave with a couple of tips, things you can specifically work on and improve your life, really enrich and design the life you've wanted. In that call, I'll talk to you about what is the Enriched Woman 90 program and see if this is the right fit for you. I've never been so excited to share a program like this that will help you get back to you. Remember those crazy, happy, independent days when you just knew where you were going, you just knew what was next, and you were ready to take the bull by the horns? Let's get you back to that, girl. You got a lot to do. That's where I've been. I've missed being on the microphone. I've missed the relationship, connecting with you through the podcast, through the blog. And I know December's the craziest time to start back podcasting, but I had to get here today. I had to share with you just a little bit of this because I'm so excited. You can find out more about this if you go to thinkenriched.com/coach. my goodness. Think Enriched is a whole new enchilada, am I right? It's crazy how this has gone through this process, figuring out, and I had to learn all of these different steps to pull the show together exactly how I wanted it. And exactly the right message for you, that woman who is doing so many things for so many other people. Just make the show a part of your regular routine, like a warm beverage in the morning, like a delicious, relaxing soak when you need it. We're going to work together. We're going to help you get that zest back, get that fire for life that you've had before. You can find out more if you go to Facebook and look up Think Enriched. That's the page where I share Facebook Live messages, tips, tricks, things that are working for me, things that can really help you. And they're short snippets. I'm not trying to spend 45 days on Facebook Live talking to you because you got better things to do, and so do I. Also, don't forget to go to thinkenrich.com/coach and find out, really dig in and see if Enriched Woman 90 is the program for you. Applications are being taken in. I will be in contact with you. We'll have that 30-minute call, figure things out, and see if this is the right thing for you. To you, my friend, let me tell you, you are beautiful. You have unbelievable value. You think enriched.